Because I play so many games as I'm documenting a system library, I'm often playing things for the first time. But because I'm someone who's interested in these platforms, I also sometimes know the reputation of a game before I play it. So here's Dragon Egg, a game whose reputation preceded it. The concept is that all of the dragon riders were attacked and wiped out, but there's one girl who was staying with her grandfather, and she's the last of the dragon riders. He gives her the final dragon egg and tells her to go see the world. That's right, not avenge her people, not stop the evil force that took out the other dragon riders, just go see the world. Dragon Egg is a platforming game consisting of 6 stages. Initially, our young heroine has to beat enemies to death with the dragon egg. That's right, just takes a good swing with it. Enemies will drop one of 2 things randomly. Coins, which they almost always drop, and fire gems, which are very rarely dropped. Enemies don't respawn, so you only get 1 shot at that item. In the upper left, you'll see a bar that has a number of blank spots in it. You have to fill up those blank spots with a fire gem, then get another fire gem on top of that, and that makes the dragon evolve to its next form. It goes from an egg to a baby living in your backpack that breathes a small stream of fire, to a child dragon that you can ride on and shoots fireballs, and finally an adult dragon that you also ride on and also shoots fireballs. The adult dragon also hovers momentarily at the height of its jump, and that lets you cover some extra distance. The coins aren't totally useless. You can find shops where you'll spend the money on power-ups. The barrier will absorb hits for you. It can take 4 before it goes away. The boxing glove increases your damage. Regardless of what form the dragon is in, you hit harder. The flames increase the dragon's attack capabilities. Each level of it improves the dragon's abilities in one state. So buying it once increases the reach of the egg, and then buying it a second time makes the fire breath shoot further. Buying it again will give you multiple fireballs when the child dragon shoots, and then with the final upgrade, the adult dragon gets a swarm of homing shots. The blank heart extends your health bar by 1, though it doesn't give you the health to fill it in. You can find a few of these sitting around in the world as well, so it really shouldn't be a priority to pick this one. Cure potions can restore health, and these are a little bit more complicated than it seems. You'll find the same cure potion just sitting around on stages, and picking it up there instantly restores a bit of life. The ones you buy in the shop have to be used. You hit select to bring up your status menu, and then push button 1 to use one of the cure potions. The potions only restore half a heart, which is 1 hit, and you can carry 4 of them at a time. You can buy them, use them up, and then go right back into the shop if you need to heal more, but you typically won't have to do that. Finally, the skull is a bomb that destroys all enemies on the screen. You press up and button 2 to activate it. You can only carry 1 of these at a time, and there are a small number of them hidden on levels to collect. The big problem with Dragon Egg is that when you die, you lose a lot of your progress. Health bar increases, and your inventory is permanent, but you're back to the egg, have no fire gems, and no attack upgrades. You have an infinite number of continues, so if you get a game over, you can pick up exactly where you left off, but getting past a boss when you're just hitting it with a dragon egg is tough. However, if you manage to get your dragon all the way to adulthood, and upgraded the fire abilities, then you're unstoppable. Everything dies if you so much as glance in its direction. Bosses evaporate in a matter of seconds. Damage rushing the boss is always the best strategy in Dragon Egg, and getting a full-powered dragon makes that damage rush even easier. If you get lucky with the enemy drops, then you can easily complete the game in 15 minutes, even if it's the first time you've played. If you don't get lucky, then you've got a grind ahead of you. On stages 1 and 2, you've got a multi-part environment where you have to reach the end of the area and advance to the next one. Stage 3 is a maze of doors, similar to the final stage in a lot of other games of the era. And then stages 4, 5, and 6 are about 30 seconds long each. They consist of one very short area, and then the boss fight, and that's it. The first 50% of the stages are 90% of the game. It really gives the impression of the whole thing being half complete. And then there's all of the other weird problems. Like how stages 3, 4, and 6 don't have a shop. Okay, 3 does have a shop, but it's just at the very end of the level. There's also the problem with how the full-grown dragon sometimes doesn't interact with objects on the ground. There are some things you just won't be able to pick up. And as for the music, they seem to have only written about 5 seconds of it for each level, and then looped endlessly. But don't worry, sometimes the audio system stops working correctly, and that helps break up the monotony. The level design has some strange features, like here. You have to wait for a platform to come. If you stand there, it takes well over a minute. But when it comes and you jump on it, the gap is about 3 seconds across. There's also lots of places where you just have to make a jump into something, not seeing where you're going to land, and then there's an enemy there. And there's also lots of enemies who punish up-close attacks, exploding when they die or things like that. That helps make sure that once you've died once, you keep dying. It's not going to surprise you that Japanese players are not fond of Dragon Egg, though I did find a few defenders, mainly on the basis of the art. All the characters were designed by Ariga Hitoshi, and he'd go on to do a lot of stuff based on the Rockman series, but what he's probably best known for outside of Japan is being the artist for a lot of Pokemon cards. He even did some of the visual design for some of the new Pokemon in recent games. But getting back to the cute monsters that he designed in 1991, I thought Dragon Egg was a real stinker. Until you power up, it is unpleasant to play. And then after you've powered up, it's boring to play. It's like Dragon Egg swings between the two extremes of the bad game axis. And the real capper on all of this is Dragon Egg is a fairly rare game. You are going to spend well over 10,000 yen if you want a copy. Don't do that though. You could spend 10,000 yen on something much nicer.